Last night, the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Yankees met in Game 1 of the 2019 runner-up series. It was actually a pretty good game. The Yankees jumped out quickly to a 1-0 lead based on a home run by Gleyber Torres. They made it 2-0 after another home run by Giancarlo Stanton in the second. But then the Cardinals' Dexter Fowler blasted a homer and made it 2-2 after in the third. In the bottom half of the fifth inning, a big scoring run by Torres brought in Judge. But then the Cardinals' Molina was brought in by a double by DeYoung in the sixth inning, and it stayed 3-3 all the way to the bottom of the ninth inning. In the bottom of the ninth, an error allows Didi Gregorius to get on base. A huge error by Colton Wong. And that error proved to be costly. For DJ LeMahieu, as DJ LeMahieu smacks a double and sends Gregorius to third. And then Aaron Judge belts a sacrifice fly. And the Yankees win it 4-3. Last night's line score, which I didn't give last night, the Yankees, 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The Cardinals, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Where Tommy Conley got the win and Rick Helsley got the loss. Tonight, we go to Game 2 here at Yankee Stadium for this runner-up series of 2019. The Yankees lead it 1-0. Hello, everybody. This is RJL 518, or Robert from RJL 518. Welcome you here back to Yankee Stadium. This is Game 2 of my 2019 runner-up series. The two teams that did not make the World Series last year, as the Yankees fell to the Astros and the Cardinals fell to the Nationals. So now we replay a World Series of what these two teams would have done. And really, the thing is, I don't think, we know the Nationals won the World Series, but the reason why I'm doing this, I want to see which team would actually, not just to see if the Yankees and the Cardinals, how a World Series would have matched up, but probably who would have been, had a better shot to beat the Nationals last year, since the Astros lost. Not really entirely sure, but, you know, that's why you play these exciting games. Tonight's matchup, we got a matchup of 2 aces. It'll be Jack Flaherty versus James Paxton, as these are the 2 aces of the respective pitching staffs in 2019. So this could be a very much different game from the last. But even last night between Miles Mikolas and Masahiro Tanaka, it was a 4-3 game. So it was a pretty tough matchup between the 2 pitchers. A lot of people, it looked like it was going to be a big blowout with lots of home runs, but it didn't turn out to be that way. So tonight, we're going to have a look and see what happens. Getting ready for the top of the first inning, take a look at the starting lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals. Made a few changes going up against the lefty James Paxton. It will be Jose Martinez batting first, Jairo Munoz second, Tommy Edman will bat third, Paul Goldschmidt will bat fourth, Colton Wong, who I know he definitely wants to make up for last night, will bat fifth, Yadier Molina will bat sixth, Tyler O'Neill will bat seventh, Paul DeYoung will bat eighth, and Dexter Fowler will bat ninth. The designated hitter is Colton Wong for this game. Defensively for the Yankees, we got DJ LeMahieu at first base, Gleyber Torres is at second, Giovanni Urshela at third. The shortstop is Gregorius. Left field tonight is Cameron Maybin. He gets the call. Center field is Brett Gardner. The right fielder is Aaron Judge. Behind the plate is Gary Sanchez. And on the mound for the New York Yankees tonight, James Paxton. Definitely their ace. 15 wins, 6 losses, a 3.82 ERA. If any Yankee can shut down a good lineup, it is this guy right here. 31 years old, and Paxton really, in my opinion, is coming to his own. One of the better pitchers, I think, in baseball. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Jose Martinez. He bats .329 against left-handed pitching, and has 5 home runs. So the Cardinals put the left-handing lineup on there, and let's see what happens. Here's the first pitch of the game. This is an 8. This is a ball. Oh, it's an early ballpark. It's a 79, but that's going to be in play. So let's see what happens with Martinez. And that's going to wind up a 54, and that's a fly ball to right field. As it's definitely going to be Judge who's going to make the catch for 1 out. So it stays in there pretty well. And that will bring up Jairo Munoz, batted .282 against left-handed pitching. No home runs. He gets the call for this matchup. Paxton sets and deals. And that's a 6. That's a tough. That's an 82. And that's going to be a nice ground ball to shortstop. Gregorius has it, throws to first for the second out. An easy G6 there. And batting third coming up now will be Tommy Edman. He gets the call. Bats .321 with 4 home runs against left-handed pitching in 2019. So let's see what we get with, let's see how he does with Paxton. And Edman's a switch hitter, and I think Edman's one of the better young stars in baseball right now. This kid can play ball. Here's the pitch from Paxton. That's a 6. That's a tough. That's going to be a 24, and Edman is going to swing and miss. Gets the strikeout, and the inning is over. So a quick 1-2-3 inning by Paxton as he does the job. And we go to the bottom half of the first, no score. Starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, it's their ace, Jack Flaherty in 2019. 11 wins, 8 losses, but a 2.75 ERA, so he's tough to get. He's tough to strike out. Jack Flaherty also has a percentage roll on strikeout, so it's added to 20 on a strikeout roll. He had 231 strikeouts. So this guy definitely can get batters out. So we're going to go ahead to the bottom half of the first. Let's take a look at the starting lineup first for the Yankees. It will be DJ LeMahieu batting first. Stanton will bat second. Aaron Judge will bat third. Gleyber Torres will be in the cleanup spot. Brett Gardner will bat fifth. Urshela sixth. Maben will be seventh. Gregorius, who scored the big run last night, eighth. And Sanchez will bring up the rear, batting ninth. Defensively for the Cardinals, we have Paul Goldschmidt at first base. Edman is at second. Munoz is getting the call at third. The shortstop is DeYoung. In left field, we have Martinez. Center field is Fowler. The right fielder is O'Neill. Molina behind the plate, and of course, Jack Flaherty is the pitcher. The designated hitter for the Yankees tonight is Stanton. He's the DH. So let's see what happens in a game here today. So let's start with the top of the lineup here for the Yankees, and it will be DJ LeMahieu. Flaherty's a right-hander. LeMahieu bats .310. He had 16 home runs against right-handed pitching in 2019. Flaherty sets and deals. Here's the pitch from the Cardinals. That's a 6. That's a tough out, which means that is an automatic strikeout. The batter is definitely out on that play. And there is one out. Nice, as LeMahieu got caught looking at that one. Remember, the 20% only works on tough, not on tough out. Tough out, the batter is automatically out. One down, here's Giancarlo Stanton. Hit a big home run last night. He bats .289 against the right-handers, 2 home runs. He didn't play much in 2019, but he was on the Yankee and ALCS roster, and that's why I figured I can use him here. Stanton at bat. Here's the pitch from Flaherty. This is a 9. This is a ballpark. 26. That's going to be in Stanton's wheelhouse. So let's see what happens. We roll. Stanton, it's a 46. Crack. It's hit pretty well, and that's going to be a line drive into center field. That's just going to be a base hit. Stanton got himself a good swing at it, and he comes up with a hit. He will hold it first. Might have just gotten off the end of the bat. I thought that might have had a shot because we know Stanton can definitely hit home runs here at Yankee Stadium. Wheelhouse is strong. It's a bit of a hitter's park. Definitely a bit of a hitter's park. Not as much as it used to be a couple of years ago when they didn't raise the fences. So Stanton on at first, stealing of F. He ain't going on nowhere. And now here comes the Judge. Batted .247 with 19 home runs against right-handed pitching in 2019. Flaherty sets up and deals. Stanton on at first. Here's the pitch. We got an 11. This is in play. It's an 89, and that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Judge's double play rating is a 7. Flaherty's double play rating is a 7. It's an 11, and they're going to be able, and the only play they got is to first. Is for somehow Giancarlo Stanton's actually going to get to second base. As they throws to first, it was a slow grounder. The only play was to get Judge. There's 2 outs. But Stanton goes to second on a fielder's choice from Judge. And the only play was to first. It's an 11. But now with 2 outs, here's Gleyber Torres. Torres also had a home run last night. He bats .276, 29 homers against right-handed pitching in 2019. Stanton on at first. Crowd here at Yankee Stadium still filing in. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4. That's going to be a tough. It's a 24. Makes it a 44 on Flaherty's card. And that is still going to be a strikeout. And Torres goes down on strikes. And the side is retired. So Jack Flaherty gets a couple of big Ks. And that's the end of the inning. So no runs. 1 hit, though. No score. Let's go to the top of the second. James Paxton comes back out for the Yankees. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt batted .269, 9 homers against left-handers. Here's the pitch to Paxton, or Paxton pitching. That's a 9. That's going to be a patient, and that looks like a 13, and that's going to be a walk. Goldschmidt will travel to first base, so Paxton gives up his first base runner. That's a walk. He holds. Goldschmidt still rating a 2B. And you got Colton Wong coming up to bat now. 2B, I don't see you running. Not with a 2 there. Not much of a jump, so he's going to stay put. Here's Wong. Colton Wong, 288, 3 homers against lefties in 2019. Huge error last night. Such a big error to allow Gregorius to get on base. And because he allowed him to get on base, he scores the winning run on the sac fly. So the Cardinals know that Wong definitely wants to make up for last night's error. Goldschmidt on at first, and we have no outs. Paxton sets in. Here's the pitch from Paxton. This is an 8. This is a ballpark. It's a 94. That's just going to be in play. That's going to be in play to Wong. So let's see what he comes up with. We re-roll, and that's a 43, and that is going to be a ground ball to first base. Wong's double play is a 4. Paxton's double play is a 7. It's an 8. The only play he's going to, so it's definitely going to be LeMay who's going to go ahead, and he's going to throw to second to get the force, and that's it. Wong is safe, but Goldschmidt is out. And that turns out to be a fielder's choice. A nice play, actually, by LeMahieu. That was actually kind of close, but he was able to make the play at first base. Here's Yadier Molina as he throws to second to get the force. And now Molina will come up. He bats .320, 2 homers against lefties in 2019. Molina, like I said, I think a Hall of Famer, as I mentioned before. Paxton sets and deals. Here's the pitch to Molina. This is a 10. This is a tough. It's a 69. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. His double play rating is an 8. Paxton is a 7. That's a 10. And their only play is to second base. So Wong is out and Molina gets to first. Another fielder's choice. But now there are 2 outs. Molina with a 2-way steal attempt. I don't think he's going to try to run anything with 2 outs. Now coming up for the Cardinals will be Tyler O'Neill. Batted .269, no home runs against lefties. Molina on at first. Paxton gets the sign from Sanchez. Fans here at Yankee Stadium still piling in a bit. But that's pretty much full now. Here's the pitch to O'Neill. This is a crack. This is a wheelhouse. It's an 0-6. And that one is hit well by O'Neill. That's going to go into the gap. That's going to be a clean double. There's the card. That's a clean double. It's a grounder down the line in right. Molina rounding third. They're going to send him home, and he will score. And the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead on a huge double by Tyler O'Neill. Down the line, well hit. And that's also the first hit of the game for the Cardinals. They've gotten on base by a walk. But the Cardinals score first blood this time and take a 1-0 lead. O'Neill holds it second. Down the line and right. And when you throw to the wheelhouse, that's usually very dangerous. But he got it this time. Still 2 outs here on the top of the second. Here's Paul DeYoung. Batted .221 with 3 homers against lefties in 2019. Paxton recovers a bit. Now he's ready to make the pitch. Still 2 outs here, top of the second. Here's the pitch. That's a 9. That's going to be a patient. That's a 97. But that should be taken care of. That is a fly ball to left. And Maben's going to get under this one. And he will make the catch. So 1 run on 1 hit for the Cardinals. No errors. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Cardinals now have a 1-0 lead on the Yankees. And that will bring up Brett Gardner. You know St. Louis would love to win this game tonight and send it back to Busch Stadium all tied up. That's what you want to do here. You want to always try to steal one on the road. Here comes Jack Flaherty. Brett Gardner batting .265, 23 home runs against right-handers in 2019. Here's the pitch from Flaherty. This is a 7. It's a patient. It's a 21, and Gardner is going to draw the walk. So the Yankees get their get their second base runner, but this time on a base on balls. And that will bring up Giovanni Urshela. Gardner a 3B. His jump is a 3. And Flaherty's hold is a 3. So let's see. Let's take a look at the optional get a jump chart that I like to use. Let's see if I think Urshela is a very capable batter, but a very capable batter. No, absolutely, definitely. Let's see here. So let's take a look at his thing here. So Gardner's steal rating is a 3, and Flaherty's hold rating is a 3. So a 0 to 29, a 30 to 35, and a 36 to 99 holds. Let's see what we get. Let's see if he attempts it. It's a 32, and he attempts with a poor. Does he attempt with a poor jump? I think he does. 3 on 3. And yes, he attempts with a poor jump. So there he goes. Not a good jump by Gardner. Lower the steal letter by 1 and reduce catcher arm by 1. So it's going to be a C. It's going to be a C. Sanchez's arm is a 3. So that becomes a C. A C2. That becomes a C2. So let's see what happens, what we get. And that's going to be a fair. So there goes Gardner. It's going to be a fair. We pick up the card, and he is out of there. Gardner thrown out at second base by Molina. I'm sorry, it was Molina throwing him, not Sanchez. Molina throwing him out, and Sanchez's arm is also a 3. Molina's arm is also a 3, so he still gets him out anyway. Gardner is out of there. 1 out. Gardner got a bad jump. And he is out stealing. 1 out now for Giovanni Urshela. And I sometimes think you should probably batter. Let's see what Urshela does here. And here's the pitch to Urshela. Batted .303 with 8 home runs against left-handed pitching. That's a 3. That's a patient. That's a 51. And that's going to be and he's hit, nope. I'm sorry, that's a 51, correct? Yep, that's a 51. That's a ground ball to third. He's going to throw to first and get the second out. 2 down. And a ground out by Urshela. That will bring up Cameron Maybin. I remember when Cameron Maybin first started with the Florida Marlins at the time. He's still in the league at 32 years old. He bats .311 with 8 home runs against right-handed pitching. Here's the pitch to Maybin from Flaherty. That's a 9. That's ballpark 76. That's going to be in play. And that is a 65, and that's going to be a ground ball to second, as Edman's going to take it, throw to first, and retire the side. A base runner, but Jack Flaherty faces the minimum. So a walk and two ground outs and an out stealing. And nothing for the Yankees. Still 1-0 Cardinals. Top of the third coming up. And here comes James Paxton. And leading off for the Cardinals will be Dexter Fowler. Batted .213 and 4 home runs against lefties in 2019. The Yankees lead this series 1-0. New York trying to take a 2-0 lead. Cardinals want to even it up before heading back to Busch Stadium. That will be on tape delay on Friday. Here's the pitch to Fowler. That's going to be a 10. That's going to be a tough. That's an 0-2, and Fowler gets the strikeout. 1 down. He gets K'd. And now here's Jose Martinez. He flew out his last time up. Paxton gets the sign. The pitch from Paxton. That's awesome. That's ballpark 52, but that's in the wheelhouse. Let's see what happens with Martinez. And that is a 96, and he gets under it. Wow. Just got under it. That's going to be a fly ball to left. Maybin's going to make the catch for the second out. Wow, that was right there, and Martinez just got under it. And he was just a bit early. 2 outs now for Jairo Munoz. And he grounded out his last time up. Here's the pitch from Paxton. That's a 7. That's a tough. That is a 59. And that one is, and Munoz is going to fight that one off. That's going to be a single. He gets a base hit, holds it first. As Paxton against lefties. And he does get that one out. He does get that. So 59, Munoz on it first. But still 2 outs here on the top of the third. And here's Tommy Edman. Edman struck out his last time up. Munoz a 4C, not running. Edman at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a 7. That's a tough 46. And Edman, he's going to fight that one off. Wow, he just got it. 38-46, a single off a lefty, and Edman does get the base hit. It's a long single into the gap to center field. Runner at first advances 1 base. With a run rating of 6, that's all he can do. He will hold. Edman comes through with a clean hit. Runners at first and second, 2 outs now. And now the batter is Goldschmidt. And with runners on base, that's not the guy you want up there. Goldschmidt walked his last time up, though. Paxton gets ready to deal. Munoz on at second. Edman on at first. Here's the pitch. It's a 4. It's a patient. It's a 6. It's a 61, and Goldschmidt is going to draw another walk. And the bases are loaded. So no place to put Colton Wong. He wants to make up for last night big time. And James Paxton for the Yankees knows it. 1-0 Cardinals, top of the third, 2 outs. Paxton going up against Wong now. Munoz third, Edmonds second, Goldschmidt first. Wong wants redemption. Does he get it? It's a 7. It's a tough. It's a 13, and no, he doesn't. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the fans here at Yankee Stadium are giving a nice ovation to Paxton for that one as he gets out of a huge jam. And Wong strikes out. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Bottom half of inning number 3 coming up as Wong goes back to the dugout and he's holding his head down a bit. His fellow player, Yadier Molina, goes over to Wong and tries to console him a little bit. Wong had a great opportunity there. Bottom of the third. Jack Flaherty will be pitching to Didi Gregorius. He will lead off. He bats .246 with 10 home runs against the righties. Flaherty sets and deals. It's an 8. It's a tough. It's an 88, which becomes a 108 because of the roll, but it's just going to be an 8. But when it goes over that, it just becomes an 88, and that's just going to be a ground ball to second base. A very nice play by Edman. He'll throw to first to get the easy out, 1 down. Here's Gary Sanchez. .243, 27 home runs against right-handers. So we'll see what Flaherty does on it. Here's the pitch from Jack. That is a 10. That's in play. And I'm thinking that's more, that rolls up. Well, it fell off to a 0-3 when I moved it. So it's going to be an 0-3. And that, Sanchez is going to blast that one into center field. That is going to be a double for Sanchez. He gets it. He will go to second on a nice double. And now the batter will be LeMahieu with a tying run at second base. 1 out. Bottom of the third. As Sanchez makes a big play. Here's the pitch to DJ. That's a 7. That's going to be a patient, and that is going to be a walk. LeMahieu draws the base on balls. So now runners at first and second with 1 out. And here's Stanton. Stanton got a base hit his last time up. Was moved over to second on a fielder's choice. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Flaherty kicks and deals. That's going to be a 6. That's a tough out. So that's a 55. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And coming over it is going to be O'Neill. He will make the catch for the second out. And the runners hold. Here comes the Judge. Aaron Judge grounded to a fielder's choice his last time up. But still runners at first and second. Flaherty trying to pitch himself out of a jam. 2 outs now. Here's the pitch to the Judge. That's a 12 in the wheelhouse. Oh boy. Crack. That one is hit high. That one is hit deep. Say it with me, everybody. That one is out of here. Aaron Judge. Flaherty put it right where he didn't want it. Right over the middle of the plate. Judge makes him pay. It is clean gone. And the Yankees take a 3-1 lead on a 3-run homer by Aaron Judge. And the fans here going nuts. No doubt about that one. As Judge goes ahead and he'll take a curtain call. And on a 3-run homer, the Yankees now lead 3-1 in the third. And that was some blast. What a shot by Aaron Judge. You put that in a wheelhouse, that's just not what you want. Here's Gleyber Torres. He'll come up to bat. He struck out his last time up. So Flaherty's going to have to shake that off. So with 3 runs already in, that means he'll be fatigued automatically when he reaches the 6th. So here's the pitch to Torres, though. That's a 5. That's a tough out. That's a 40. That's a 45. And that's going to be a strikeout. And Torres just swings and misses at strike 3. And the inning is done. But we got 3 runs on 2 hits in that inning. 3 in the books. Yankees 3, Cardinals 1. Timeout. So we now go to the top half of the 4th inning. The Yankees now with a 3-run lead over the Cardinals on a 3-run homer by Aaron Judge. He just belted that one off for Flaherty. Nothing, and that was just a bad pitch by Flaherty. He just put that right in the wheelhouse, right where it needed to be. And Judge said, "Oh, it must be my birthday," and he cracks it out. But we go to the top of the 4th. James Paxton now with a 2-run lead for the Yankees. And St. Louis will send up Yadier Molina. He will lead off. And he did score he scored in the 2nd, but he did reach on a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch to Molina. And this is going to be a 6. That's going to be a tough. It's a 72. And that's going to be a fly ball straight away center field. And Gardner's going to get under this one and make the catch for 1 out. And that will bring up Tyler O'Neill. He doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 1. Paxton sets and deals. That's a 5. That's a tough. It's an 83. And that one is a ground ball right to short. Nice play by Gregorius. He throws to first for the 2nd out. And now Paul DeYoung. He flew out his last time up. He's 0 for 1. The pitch from Paxton. That's an 11. That's a tough. That's an 81. And that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop again. And Gregorius gets it. Pumps once. Throws to first. And gets the side in order. So a very easy inning for Paxton. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, there was nothing across for the Cardinals in that one. And Brett Gardner leads off for the Yankees in the bottom of the 4th. Jack Flaherty takes the mound again for St. Louis. Fans here at Yankee Stadium are still enjoying that replays of the home run by Judge. They're loving it here in New York. Here's Gardner. Pitch on the way. That's a 6. That's a tough out. That's an 11, which means, and he swings and a miss for the strikeout. As Flaherty comes back with a big one. That was a slider, and Gardner had absolutely no chance at that one. Here's Giovanni Urshela. Grounded out his last time up. Flaherty sets and deals. That's a 7. That's a patient. That's a 20. That's a 27. And Urshela is going to draw a base on balls. So he will go to first on a walk. Second walk issued by Flaherty. He gave up his share, 55. 55 walks in the season. Steal 1D. Urshela's not going anywhere. And that will bring up Cameron Maben. Maben grounded out his last time out. 1 out. Runner on first. The pitch coming up from Flaherty. This is a 9. That's ballpark. 0-4. And that's in the wheelhouse for Maben. Let's see what he comes up with. That's going to be a 97. And that's going to be, and that's 97, all right. And nope, that's going to be a fly ball to left. Coming on is Martinez. He will get it at the warning track for the second out. It was hit pretty well. Maben just might have gotten a little over it. So 2 outs now for Didi Gregorius with Urshela still at first. Flaherty trying to minimize any more damage, and he's already given up after the home run. Gregorius sets up. Here's the pitch. That's a 10. That's going to be in play. That is a 32. And that's a ground ball right back to Flaherty. He's got it. He'll turn around and throw it to second to get the final out of the inning. That's a G1. And that's it. So no runs, no hits. There was a walk. 4 innings in the books. Yankees 3, Cardinals 1. So we go to the top of the 5th inning now. It's still 3-1 Yankees over St. Louis. As Paxton comes out. Now this is Paxton's fatigue inning. But we've only given up 1 run. So he's still pretty good. But leading off for St. Louis will be Fowler. Fowler struck out his last time up. 3-1 Yankees. Paxton sets up. Here's the pitch. That's a 7. That's going to be a tough, and that is a definite strikeout. And Fowler just didn't even move. That was a perfect pitch by James Paxton, an 0-1 on a tough. And Fowler just looked at the ball, saw it go in the glove, turned around, and walked away. He had no hope. So 1 down, and that will bring up Jose Martinez. That was Fowler's second strikeout of the game. Now Martinez will come up. He's flown out twice. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch from Paxton. This is going to be an 8. That's going to be ballpark. 69. That's going to go to in play. That's going to go to in play. So let's see what happens with Martinez. And that is an 0-5. And Martinez is going to fight this one off. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a single for Martinez. And actually, that's going to roll to the wall. Jose Martinez is going to have himself a double. He will hold it second. That one went to the wall. As Yankee Stadium kind of can give you those inside hits. He rolled an 0-5. He had a 1-7 double on in play for Martinez, and he's safe at second. So now the tying run to the plate in Munoz. He is 1 for 2, singled and grounded out. Martinez, not really a running threat, only a 5. Well, let's see what Munoz can do. 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's a 6. That's a tough. That's an 80. And that one is a fly ball to center field. Gardner's going to get under that. He'll make the catch. 2 down. Two away now for Edman. Edman got a base hit, and he's struck out as well. But now 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Paxton pretty much on cruise control so far, but a runner at second. Pitching from the stretch. Edman at the plate. Paxton sets and deals. That's a 6. That's going to be a tough of 55. And Edman is going to ground this one right to third. Nice play by Urshela. He has to throw to first, and he does. And the inning is over. So no runs on a hit as the Cardinals leave a man stranded. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. Here comes Flaherty. And leading off for the Yankees will be Sanchez. Sanchez hit a double his last time up. He's 1 for 2, and he scored on Judge's home run. Flaherty sets and deals. This is a 7. It's a patient. It's a 49, and that one, Sanchez rips this one into right center field. That's going to be a single. Sanchez will hold it first. He's now 2 for 2. And now the batter is LeMahieu. Sanchez on it first. Steal rating a 1F. Sanchez ain't running no place. So here's LeMahieu. He walked and struck out. So he's 0 for 1. Flaherty knows he really cannot allow the Yankees any more runs. Here's the pitch to DJ. That's an 11. That's going to be an in-play 73, and that is a ground ball to second base. And LeMahieu's double play rating is an 8. Flaherty's a 7. That's an 11. And their only play is to first base, as Sanchez is going to get to second on an outside fielder's choice. It was a slow grounder. Really was a slow grounder, and their only play is to first to get him out. But Sanchez does move to second. And 1 out now. And here's Stanton. Always a threat. Even though last year he was more hurt than anything, but he's a threat. He singled and he flew out. Flaherty gets the sign in from Molina. Got to be careful with Stanton. Not going to put him on. You don't want to pitch. You can't put him on. You want to pitch the Judge again already. So let's see what he does. Flaherty sets this pitch. Here it comes. This is a 10. This is in play. It's a 20. It's a 28, and that's going to be popped it up behind the plate. Oh, wow. It was there, but he just really got under it. Molina's going to make that play. That's a pop out. 2 down. And Stanton goes back to the dugout a little bit miffed. He knew he should have had that. And now the fans get on their feet for Aaron Judge, who blasted a 3-run homer in the 3rd inning. Sanchez on at second, Judge on at first, Judge at the plate. Flaherty sets up the pitch. This is a 9. It's a ballpark that's going to be in Judge's wheelhouse. Uh-oh. Let's see where the ball goes. And it's a 12. Crack. This one, high deep, very high deep. Not just high deep. Judge is going to hit his 2nd home run of the game. That's gone. And the fans are just jumping up and down in their seats. Aaron Judge hits his 2nd home run of the game. It's a 2-run shot. It's now 5-1 Yankees. Maybe they should have scored. Maybe they should have walked them. He gets a big home run. His 2nd home run of the game. And now it's 5-1 New York. As Flaherty just having some big issues with Sanchez, but that was a ballpark home run. And that's what Yankee Stadium does. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And here's Gleyber Torres, and he has struck out twice. Pitching coach comes out to talk to Flaherty real quick, just to calm him down a little. But now a 5-1 Yankee lead. Now they let Flaherty pitch. His fatigue rating is the next one. They like to see if Flaherty can at least finish the inning. Here's the pitch to Torres. That's a 7. That's going to be a patient. That's going to be a 77. And that one is a fly ball to center field. And getting under it is Fowler. And he will make the play. And the side is retired. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Yankees. No errors. 5 in the books. Yankees 5. Cardinals 1. And we're going to go to the 6th. Aaron Judge, definitely the man today. And that was definitely a ballpark home run at Yankee Stadium. James Paxton comes out. His fatigue rating is a 5. He's not allowed any hits. He's only allowed 1 run. So he still can go, and they're going to. So top of the 6th inning, here's Goldschmidt to lead it off for St. Louis. Goldschmidt has walked twice. Paxton sets and deals. That's going to be a 6. That's a tough. That's going to be a 64. And that's grounded to second base. Be an easy play for Torres. He throws to first, 1 out. One down for Colton Wong, who's still looking for some redemption. He had bases loaded. And I believe the 3rd inning and couldn't bring in anybody and committed the error in game 1. So now Wong's still looking for some redemption here. Let's see what happens here. Here's the pitch, left on left. That's a 7. That's a tough. That's an 0-5. And that is definitely a strikeout. 2 down. His 2nd strikeout of the night as he goes back to the bench. And now Yadier Molina. Fielder's choice and flew out, but he did score. Here's the pitch from Paxton. That's a 5. That's a tough 64. And that one is grounded to second base. And again, Torres is going to make it. He'll throw to first to end the inning. So another nice 1-2-3 inning by Paxton. And that retires the side as the Cardinals just are unable to figure him out. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's still 5-1 in favor of the Yankees. And we're going to see a new pitcher for the Cardinals as Flaherty just could not deal with it as he's done. The Yankees have a lefty and 2 righties. So coming on to pitch for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 6th inning will be Ryan Helsley. He pitched a short inning last night. Didn't even get out of the inning, as a matter of fact. It was the final inning, so I'm going to let him pitch 2 innings. So that's it for Flaherty on hook to get the loss. So Helsley will come in and pitch. 2 wins, no losses, 2.95 ERA for St. Louis in 2019. Leading off for the Yankees here in the 6th will be Brett Gardner. Gardner got on walk and struck out. So Helsley, the new pitcher for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch. That's a 6. It's a tough. It's a 55. It's a 55, and Gardner just misses this one. That's a fly ball to left. Martinez is going to get there and make the play for 1 out. Gardner almost might have gotten one, but he just missed that. Here's Urshela, grounded out and walked. So he's 0 for 1. Fans here at Yankee Stadium enjoying a 5-1 lead by the Yankees. Here's the pitch to Urshela. That's a 7. That's going to be a patient. And I got to shake it a bit because it looks like that's an 80. And I'm going to say that's an 80. And it is. That's an 80. That's an 84 on a patient. And that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Nice play by DeYoung. He throws to first for the second out. And that will bring up Maben. Maben is grounded out and flew out. Helsley looking for a nice 1-2-3 inning if possible. Here's the pitch. That's a 10. That's going to be in play. 40-45, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. Munoz is going to get this one. He throws across the diamond and gets out the speedy Maben. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Yankees. So nothing across, still 5-1. We go to the top of the seventh. James Paxton pitching beautifully. Has not reached his fatigue rating yet. He's only allowed 1 run. Tyler O'Neill leads off for St. Louis, and he got a double and grounded out. Paxton gets the pitch. Here's the pitch coming from Paxton. That's a 5. That's going to be a tough, and it's going to be a rare play. So I go to the optional rare play chart, which I actually wanted to use. So we got a rare play, and it's going to be a 25. Bases empty, rare play, 25. Single to deep short. Batter is safe at first as the roll 2x6 dice. Throw bounces away from first base. So single to deep short. Batter is safe at first as the roll 2x2 dice. So the deep short, that's a 10. As the shortstop throw bounces away from first base, the batter heads for second. The first baseman retrieves the ball and fires a strike to second base. Roll 1x6 die against error rating of second base. So the error rating of Torres is a 1. So let's see what we get here. If roll is lower or equal, the batter is out. Well, the second baseman for the Yankees is Torres, and his error rating is a 1. So let's see what he gets here. That's a 4. If the roll is lower or equal, the batter is out. Otherwise, ball dropped by second base and safe. So Tyler O'Neill goes to second base on a ball ball that bounced away from first base. The throw goes to second, but unfortunately, Torres couldn't hold on to it, and O'Neill is safe at second. So I guess, so it's a single. So it's a single and an error. So a single and an error, and that's on E4. That's going to be on E4. So Torres gets credit for the error on a base hit. And I'll star the error there so I know. So runner at second base on a crazy play there. And I don't mind a few of those. So here's Paul DeYoung. DeYoung flew out and grounded out. O'Neill on at second. Nobody out here. Top of the 7th inning. Chance for the Cardinals. It's a 5. It's a tough. It's a 35, and that is going to be a strikeout. As DeYoung will go back to the dugout. 1 out, and here's Dexter Fowler. O'Neill still on at second. Paxton has to calm down a little bit after that play, but so far he's done very well today. Here's the pitch. And that is a foul ball as this die did not get in there. Fouled away, no balls and a strike. And this is a 9. This is going to be a patient. It's a 20, and that's a walk by Fowler. He draws a walk. And now runners at first and second. Top of the order now with Jose Martinez. He doubled his last time up. So a chance for the Cardinals right now with runners at first and second and one out. 5-1 Yankees. Top of the seventh. The Cardinals better not let a chance like this go by the boards. But we'll see. Paxton's been very good in pressure situations. Jose Martinez. Here's the pitch. That's a 4. That's a patient. It's a 72. And Martinez is going to rip a base hit into the outfield. That's a long single into the gap to center field. Runner on second advances one base plus. So O'Neill goes to third. Fowler goes to second. Martinez goes to first. And as we check the chart, runner advances one base plus. So that means it indicates runners advance when actively managing the batting team, decide whether the runner will attempt to advance or not. When not managing the batting team, the runner's run rating is higher than the single D6 result. The runner will attempt to advance when the score is within plus or minus 3 runs. It is not. He holds at third. He holds at third, and that's actually the right play. You're down by 4 runs, and there's still 1 out in the inning, so O'Neill will hold. His run rating's only a 6. He'll stay there as Martinez gets another base hit, his second hit of the night. And the batter is Jairo Munoz. Munoz is 1 for 3 tonight. Fans here a little bit nervous. James Paxton, he's still got the job to do. 1 out, top of the 7th. Yankees 5, Cardinals 1. But bases loaded and 1 out. And Munoz, his average is 282 and 263. I really don't think it means much of a difference in this case. I think you let Paxton pitch to him. Bases loaded. Fans on their feet here at Yankee Stadium. They want to see if Paxton can hold on. Here's the pitch from Paxton. It's an 8. It's a ballpark. 87, but that's going to be in play. Reroll. That's a 92, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. And Maybin's going to make the catch. And that's off the ballpark, but that becomes in play, and the runners have to hold. Tyler O'Neill with a run rating of 6, he will hold 2 outs, as Munoz can't get it deep enough. Now the batter is Edman. Edman has a base hit, grounded out, and struck out. So Paxton 1 out away from getting out of the jam. Bases loaded still, but now 2 outs. Paxton knows he's got to be careful. Here's the pitch. It's a 4. It's a patient. It's a 31, and that's going to be a base hit by Tommy Edman, and that's going to go all the way for a double. It's a grounder down the line to left. The runners advance 2 bases, so O'Neill scores, Fowler scores, Martinez goes to third, Edman to second, and it's now 5-3. Fans here just got a little quiet. A huge double by Edman. And now with runners at second and third and 2 outs, And that's going to be it for Paxton. He's done his job. So out comes Aaron Boone to make a pitching change. And the batter for the Cardinals is Paul Goldschmidt. So Paxton is done. He leaves with the chance to get the win. And it will be, they'll go right on, it will go right on right. They're going to go right on right. They're going to bring in Conley. So Tommy Conley, who actually got the win last night and only pitched 1 inning, will come in here and pitch this one to try to get maybe 1 out. But Paxton right now is on hook for the win. But Paul Goldschmidt is the batter. So now a big bat here for the Cardinals. 5-3 now. Runners at second and third. Conley gets the sign. And do you want to pitch to him or put him on? Or do you want to pitch to Wong? And Wong's a lefty. I think you make the pitch to Goldschmidt. They're going to pitch to him. You don't put the go-ahead run on base. Conley is the pitcher. Goldschmidt, the batter. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Now 5-3. Here's the pitch from Conley. That's going to be a 7. It's going to be a tough. It's a 45. And Goldschmidt strikes out. And the fans erupt as Tommy Conley gets the job done and gets out of the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error. Bottom half of the 7th, we go to the 7th inning stretch. It's Yankees 5, Cardinals 3. Be right back. Timeout. I took a 7th inning stretch, but of course you guys, it was a couple of seconds for you. Bottom half of inning number 7, Yankees 5, but the Cardinals 3. They get back into this. Ryan Helsley will pitch for St. Louis here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Didi Gregorius leads off for New York, and he is grounded out twice. Nice job there by Conley to get Goldschmidt out. But now we got a closer game. Here's Gregorius. We'll see what Helsley can do. That's going to be a 7. That's a patient. That's a 76. And that is a fly ball to center field. Coming on is going to be Fowler, and he makes the catch for 1 out. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez is 2 for 2, doubled and singled. So Helsley know that Sanchez having a good night, but maybe not as good as Judge. So let's see what Sanchez does here. That's a 6. That's going to be a tough. That's going to be a 45. And Sanchez swings and misses at strike 3. 2 down now. Top of the batting order, here's DJ LeMahieu. He walked, grounded into a fielder's choice, and struck out. So he's 0 for 2. Helsley trying to get the job done here for St. Louis to try to keep it a 5-3 game. Here's the pitch to LeMahieu. That's a 7. That's going to be a patient. That's a 57. And LeMahieu's going to get himself a base hit into center field. He gets his first hit of the night, a single off of Helsley. He will hold it first, and the batter will be Stanton. Stanton singled, popped out, and flew out. So he's 1 for 3. LeMahieu not going anywhere. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Helsley. This is going to be his last inning. He'll be replaced for inning number 8. Here's the pitch from Helsley. That's going to be a 10. That's an in-play, an 83. And that is a ground ball to short. Routine play for DeYoung, who throws to second for the force, and that ends the inning. 7 in the books. There was no runs, but there was one hit. Still 5-3 Yankees. Top of the 8th coming up. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Colton Wong. Conley will pitch this inning. As Wong comes up there, tries to get some redemption, and he has not had it, and he has not been able to do it. Fielder's choice and 2 strikeouts. He's 0 for 3. Wong's still upset with himself probably from last night, but he's got to shake this off. Here's the pitch from Conley to Wong. That's going to be a 7. That's a tough. That's an 89, and that's a ground ball to second base. Torres over to first, 1 out. And that will bring up Molina. Molina is also 0 for 3. A fielder's choice, flew out and grounded out, but he did score a run. Conley trying to finish it off here, and then turn it over to the more of the bullpen in the 8th and 9th. Molina sets up in the batter's box. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be an 8. That's a tough. That's an 0-2. And Molina's going to get caught looking at strike 3. Hoo boy. 0-2. Caught looking there. Conley threw a beautiful knuckleball. And Molina thought that was going to be way out the strike zone. And it got right back in there. And Conley, well, I guess he doesn't throw knuckleballs, but I'm just saying he threw one there. And that's the second out. Hey, it's my game. 2 down, and here's Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill got a single and an error, which allowed him to go to second, and he did score on a big double by Edman in the last inning. But they need O'Neill to come through here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. The pitch from Conley, that's an 11. That's going to be a patient 91, and that's definitely not going to get it done. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. And Gregorius is going to throw to first and retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing across. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll see a new pitcher for the Cardinals, as Helsley is done. And leading off for the Yankees will be Aaron Judge, who's been disastrous for the Cardinals today. 2 home runs. And coming on to pitch for St. Louis will be Carlos Martinez. Martinez, 4 wins, 2 losses, 3.17 ERA. He will pitch for St. Louis in the 8th and 9th if necessary. Unless, of course, St. Louis gets a lead in the bottom of the 8th, and we'll see their closer. But here's Aaron Judge, and the fans are letting him hear it. 2 for 3, both of them blasts. A 3-run and a 2-run homer. Judge definitely taking advantage of Yankee Stadium. Martinez knows he's got to be careful. Here's the pitch to Judge. That's an 8. That's going to be a tough. That's a 34, and that is a strikeout. As this time, Judge is sent back to the bench. 1 out for Gleyber Torres. Torres is 0 for 3. Struck out twice and flew out. Martinez trying to keep this a 2-run game. Here's the pitch from Carlos. That's a 5. That's going to be a patient. That is a 60. That's a 68. And that's a nice chopper right to second base. And Edman's going to make the play, throw to first for the second out. Two men down, and now the batter is Gardner. Gardner walked, flew out, and struck out. He is 0 for 2. Martinez sets up on the mound. Fans here are cheering on Gardner. A 2-run lead, but they know anything can happen in a game of baseball, especially in the 9th inning. Chapman warming up in the bullpen for the Yankees. It will be a safe situation. Here's the pitch to Gardner from Martinez. It's an 8. It's a tough. It's a 23. And that is a strikeout to Brett Gardner. He is out of there. And a nice 1-2-3 inning by Carlos Martinez. And the Yankees are set down quietly. 8 in the books. Yankees 5, Cardinals 3. We go to the 9th. Tommy Conley is done. And here comes Chapman. So Aroldis Chapman will come on and pitch. 3 wins, 2 losses, 2.21 ERA, 37 saves. He's your closer, and this is what you use him for. Top of the 9th inning. And it's scheduled to be DeYoung, Fowler, and Martinez against the lefties. DeYoung has a 221 average against lefties. The Cardinals are going to take a look and see if they can do anything. If there's anybody else they can bring in. And the answer is no. So he's got right now on the bench, there's nobody really higher. So they're going to go with their main lineup. So Paul DeYoung will come up and bat against Chapman. DeYoung is 0 for 3, struck out, flew out, and grounded out. Aroldis Chapman about to throw some high-octane gas. Here's the pitch to DeYoung. That's an 8. That's a tough 18, and that is a strikeout. 1 down, and the fans are definitely letting Chapman hear it. Big strikeout on DeYoung, and the batter is Dexter Fowler. Fowler bats .213 against the lefties. Chapman trying to close it. Paxton had a good day. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts, actually. He had a good day. But now Chapman trying to get the save. Paxton on the hook for the win. Flaherty the loss. But Fowler now has got to get on base. 1 out. Top of the 9th. Chapman deals. It's a 6. It's a tough. It's a 50. It's a 57. And that one is hit high to right field. And Judge is going to get under it. And he will make the catch for the 2nd out. So 2 down. And the last chance for the Cardinals here will be Jose Martinez. Martinez is 2 for 4. A double, a single, and flown out twice. So if anybody can get on base on Chapman, it's this guy. Fans here at Yankee Stadium on their feet. Yankees 1 out away from taking a 2-0 lead in this 2019 runner-up series. Aroldis sets in the stretch. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. It's a 9. It's a patient. It's a 52. And Martinez is going to rip this one into the outfield. Martinez rounding first. He's going to head for second. He'll get there easily. Martinez has himself a double. He gets it on a patient double. Chapman threw it to him. Martinez, pretty good against the lefties, and he gets this one 46-53 against left-handed pitchers a double. It's a 52, and he just got it. And Martinez is safe at second base with 2 outs. And it's not over yet. Martinez on its second, 2 outs. And the batter now is Jairo Munoz, and he hit .282 against lefties. So now the tying run at the plate. Munoz, not really a home run hitter, although he does have a 0 in the low HP column, which means he can hit it if he gets the symbol there and then doubles his roll the next time. Interesting rule that Joe Bryant put for that player. He hit only 2 home runs in 2019, both off right-handers. But Jairo Munoz now comes up with a chance to even just get a base hit will help. Martinez a run rating of 5. A single could probably still score him, but Chapman knows what he's got to do. So here's Munoz, 2 outs, 5-3, tying run at the plate. Chapman looks at Martinez, looks at Munoz. Here's the pitch to the plate. It's a 5. It's a tough. It's a 29, and struck him out, and that's the ball game. Chapman makes it a little bit interesting, but he gets the job done. Munoz goes down on strikes, and that will do it. No runs and a hit for the Cardinals, as that takes care of the game, and the Yankees will go up 2-0 as we head now to Busch Stadium for games 3 and 4 and possibly 5 if the Cardinals can win a game there. So let's take a look at the final line score here. So for the Yankees, 1, 3, 5, 6. Not many hits. So the Yankees, 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. For the Cardinals, 3 runs, 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Paxton gets the win. Flaherty gets the loss. Chapman gets the save. And to me, the player of the game is definitely Aaron Judge. 2 home runs. He was 2 for 4, 2 blasts. And because of his home runs is the reason why the Yankees have win the game 5-3 and will go to Busch Stadium for game 3 up 2-0. So that does it here from Yankee Stadium. My next game today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday as I do this. So my next game will be on Friday. It will be a tape delay. So that will be recorded. I will be streaming games 4 and 5 Saturday, Sunday. So be on the lookout for those. But that's it here from Yankee Stadium. Final score, New York Yankees 5, St. Louis Cardinals 3. Yankees lead at 2-0 in my 2019 runner-up series. I'll see you next time. For everyone out there, this is Robert from RGL 518. Have a good night, stay safe, and stay healthy. Take care, everybody.